Hi everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at Leetcode problem 21, merge two sorted lists. So in this problem we are given the heads of two sorted linked lists and we're going to have to merge two lists into one sorted list. So let's take a look at an example. So we have here two lists 124 and 134, and we have to arrange all the numbers in ascending order and return that linked list. So basically how we're going to solve this problem is we have to traverse through both lists and then make a comparison and then sort them out. So for example, we can call this list 1 and list 2, and then basically we can just compare the head of list 1 with the head of list 2 and say, okay, if the head of list 1 is less than or equal to list 2, what we want is we're going to remove this connection here. Let's just set it aside here. That's list 1, and now we can traverse through the link list 1, and we're going to do another comparison. Now the head is 2, and then we compare with 1 of list 2, and then here list 1 is greater than list 2, so we've got to remove this one now here, and then we can sort this out to the second node, and then we can repeat this process until we get the final list, and then we can return that linked list. So let's take a look at how we're going to code this up. So basically my approach is going to be a recursive function. So in a recursive function is basically a function calling itself, and in that type of function you need to have a base case. So in this scenario we have two lists, and the base case is going to be basically if any one of the inputs are empty lists, we're just going to return the other list. So for example, if we have list 1 and list 1 is empty, we can just return list 2. And if list 2 is empty, we're just going to return list 1. And you can also, this actually takes care of the situation where both lists are empty. So if list 1 is empty, return list 2, and list 2 is also empty. So we're going to return an empty list. And okay, so now we've taken care of the base cases, we can actually take care of cases where the list is actually not empty. So we can do a check and say, okay, if L1.val, so that's the head, is less than or equal to L2.val, then what we can do is we can just say L1.next equal merge to list. This is the recursive call. We're just calling itself, and we're not going to put in the entire L1. We're going to just put L1.next. So that's basically just moving forward of list 1, and then we're going to compare it with list 2. So this process will happen until we reach one of the base cases, and then it will just create a list and arrange that list1.next, basically anything sorted where list1.val is less than or equal to list2.val. So what you have to do then is once you get the list, you just return list1. And okay, so if the opposite is true, you just have an else statement. So L2 is actually greater than L1 value. You can just say L2.next equal merge to list, and then you can just put in the full L1 and put L2.next. So you're just moving L2 forward this time, and the same thing, you can just return L2. So this is the final solution. Let's just take a look. I think I have a typo here. Merge to list. Okay, so let's just run the test case and see if it passes. And as you can see, we have the test case is passing. Let's submit to see if it is accepted. And as you can see, here is accepted solution. And in terms of time complexity, you can see that basically it's going to have to traverse through link list 1 and link list 2. So it's going to have a time complexity of O of n plus m. So n is the length of list 1 and m is the length of list 2. And as far as space complexity is concerned, it's also the same O of n plus m, because every time you move forward, you're making another recursive call, and that call is going to go into memory, so it's going to take up a space, and this is going to grow as list 1 and list 2 actually gets larger. So space complexity is O n plus m. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the bell for your notifications. And if you have any questions about this problem, you can just drop a comment down below, and we're going to do more of these Leetcodes in the future, and you can stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video.